Fighting out of the blue corner, coming in at 231 pounds. His record is 27-0 with 18 knockouts. He was born in Russia, raised in Israel, and made in England. Ladies and gentlemen, Roman Greenberg. And fighting out of the red corner. And fighting out of the red corner, coming in at 223.5 pounds. His record is 27-1 with 21 knockouts. Coming from Detroit, Michigan, Cedric Boswell. Your referee for this evening for this bout will be Bill Clancy.
12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the North American IBF title. Cedric the Boswell fighting out of the red corner with the blue trunks versus Roman Greenberg fighting out of the blue corner with the gold trunks.
Well, this is what we came for. This is the fight we came for, and I'm excited about it. This is going to be a crossroads. This is a crossroads fight for either one of these guys. I mean, you know, the heavyweight division is wide open. And we're just going to see. Typically, Boswell's best punch is that excellent jab he has. For heavyweight, he has middleweight speed.
Both of these fighters very, very athletic. Roman Greenberg starts off the fight landing a nice jab. Cedric did smile at him as if to say, yeah, you got me with that one.
Well, in the filling out process, I would always like to see my guy hold his left hand up a little bit higher. I noticed Boswell has a left hand down, which is good once you get into the rhythm of the fight. But right off the bat, I would like to see a guy just really stick to the fundamentals. And if you take a look at Roman Greenberg, his hands up are pretty high. He's doing a lot of feigning. He's filling his man out. Just what you should be doing in a long 12-round fight. As the fight goes on, you'll see the tension sort of go away. A guy relax, his hands will come down a little bit. But at that point, his upper body and his head will be moving a lot more.
Once again, thank you very much for joining us tonight. This IBF North American Championship fight with Cedric Boswell from Atlanta, Georgia versus Roman Greenberg. I'm Jose Santiago, joined ringside with Eric Williams.
Both guys are doing an excellent job of filling each other out. They're not, throwing at their hardest punches at this point, and neither are they just pity-patty. The jab is working good for both guys, and they just seem to be into the fight. They both have the eye of the tiger, and they're just looking to land big shots.
Both of these fighters last night at the weigh-in, both fighters were very confident and surprisingly very relaxed. These guys treated each other with respect. The media asked for a face-off, and these guys, after the face-off, tapped each other on the shoulder, said thank you, and walked away from each other. We're kind of seeing that right now as well. First clinch, they both kind of tapped each other and said, okay, let's break ourselves. Solid right hand landed by Cedric. First meaningful punch landed by either fighter so far.
And as we come down to the end of the first round here, Boswell did land a good right hand. I would like to see, his left hand come up a little bit more. I'm just a little bit afraid of that early on in the fight. Both guys still looking very relaxed. Not really intimidated by each other's big punches or potential big punches. Again, that left hand is down for Boswell, and I would just like to see him get that left hand up a little bit higher.
End of round one, a close round. We're going to stick around after this round. At the sound of the bell, we're going to actually listen in on the corners, see what the first guy in charge of the trainer has to say.
Again, neither guy was pretty much intimidated by either guy. They were both sticking to the basics. Again, I'm quite sure we're going to see the tempo and the action pick up.
Round number two of the scheduled 12-round fight, once again for the IBF North American Championship. Cedric the Boswell versus Roman Greenberg. Eric, both of these guys are both counter punchers. They're both very athletic, kind of light on their feet.
Well, for the heavyweight division now, these guys are pretty small. You know, considering you got the big heavyweights out there now, you know, 6'4", 6'5", 240, 250 pounds. So it appears as though they are light on their feet. But Boswell has always been that way. Boswell, as I alluded to earlier, he's a heavyweight with middleweight speed. As you can see, Greenberg's jab is touching Boswell a little bit, merely or I should say simply because he has it up high.
Now, a right hand that kind of grazed a little bit. He's followed that up with another right hand. Cedric Boswell landing shots to the head and to the body. Now, I will say, Eric, you know, every time Cedric throws a punch, you hear a roar from the crowd, whether if it lands or not. So I just want to advise our listeners that are watching, don't be deceived by the crowd. Every time Cedric throws a punch, the crowd is going to go wild. But there goes a nice jab.
Caught Greenberg flush just as he was coming in. But that flurry that Boswell threw earlier, I will say that Roman did block some of those shots. That was an excellent left hand from Boswell. Greenberg looked like he broke the cardinal rule there, not protecting himself.
Yeah, it almost seems as if when they're holding on the inside, Greenberg has a sparring mentality of just agreeing with the other fighter, hey, we're going to break now. But that's not necessarily the case when you're fighting for a championship belt.
Absolutely not. This is a fight. This is a fight. Looks like Boswell's jab is finding a little home here.
Another right hand by Cedric Boswell. Roman Greenberg covers up against the ropes. Cedric lands a solid left hand, and Roman Greenberg is done. Cedric Boswell scores a knockout in the second round. Referee Bill Clancy stops the fight.
Excellent job. Excellent
after solid right hands. Solid left and right hands by Cedric Boswell.
Yes.
Unbelievable. That was just
beautiful
unbelievable.
Right hand.
It almost came out of nowhere, Eric, where Cedric just came in, landed a couple shots, and did the job.
I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. Excellent job.
Although Cedric was the favorite in this fight, a lot of people were talking about Roman Greenberg giving him a hard fight and taking him late into the fight. But Cedric ended the fight rather quickly.
And very impressive. Very impressive. I think that just kind of put it.
Let's take a little look at that knockout, Eric.
Here we go. Boswell comes up with a left hook right hand, catches Roman right on the chin. There's another left hook, and the right hand is going to penetrate those gloves, and it's going to catch him right on. There's the shot to catch him right on the chin, right there. He's out on his feet. What a right hand by Boswell to finish off the round.
You know, initially I was
complete the knockout. I'm so excited. I finished off the round. What a knockout. I'm so happy for him.
You know, I initially, when the fight was over, I questioned just for a second whether Bill Clancy stopped it early. But after looking at that replay, he did the right thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You got to understand, those are heavyweights with 10-ounce gloves on. And when you take a shot like that, it's something the referee has to look at very, very, very closely.
Well, it's been a long time coming. This is a minor title. It isn't one of the major titles, but it's definitely a stepping stone for Cedric Boswell to break through and finally get the shot that he so long deserved at the age of 39. Looks like he might be able to get that now.
Well, it's what we said earlier, or at least what I alluded to earlier. That loss to Jamil McCline was either going to boost Cedric's confidence or was still going to play a role in the back of his head. In this case, after that knockout and the loss to Jamil McCline, listen, sometimes the loss helps you. And I will guarantee you that loss has motivated this gentleman, along with this impressive second-round knockout over an undefeated road warrior. We said at the beginning, this kid, Roman Greenberg, was the quintessential road warrior.
Winner of tonight's King of the Ring. Give it up for both these fighters. What a night tonight. Your winner at 2:05 of the second round by knockout, Cedric "The Boz" Boswell.